We live in a connected world, yet more and more people feel so disconnected. And although businesses seem to have a purpose, it's sometimes difficult to find real people who work with a purpose. Our community can feel like just another geographical location when those who need the most care feel as if no one cares for them. Because she has a heart for people and is a woman of ministry, Dr. Sandra Singleton has organized community care providers. These community professionals are trusted members of a local community who have exhibited purposeful skill and care in their craft. Solutions by Singleton continues to be an online community resource for local communities, and together, we're taking knowledge to new heights. Welcome to Solutions by Singleton.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pastor Ezekiel Olukolajo. I'm a missionary pastor here in Kentucky, the United States. My passion is around, ministering, to the community and doing service through God's mission, through church planting, through, reaching out to people, of every kind. My belief is that the mission God Christ has given to us cannot be fulfilled within the four walls of the church. So the idea is to take out, to take the church to the people wherever they are. And what does that mean? Everywhere Jesus Christ, went, he went there with compassion. It was, an answer, it was a solution. So that's the same idea, we've come. That is my philosophy, is just to take the church, to take the gospel, to take the good news to people wherever they are. And when I'm talking about people wherever they are, we're talking basically about the community, where we operate. I operate as a missionary pastor in Kentucky here. It's been an amazing journey, We have a lot of areas where we minister to people, and we have a lot of partnership and collaboration. And, that's part of the things we do. We collaborate with existing, organization, churches, and not-for-profit organizations who are equally into missions, who are equally into community care providing. And we work with them to be able to bring, better life, to be able to bring good news to the people all around us. And one of the things we do, we make sure, one of the things we do, we want to connect with the community. We want to connect with the people, in our community. And one of the things we do to connect more with our community, we do service to nursing homes. We have a number of nursing homes where we hold weekly meetings. We go there as volunteers, we volunteer in nursing homes. We do Bible study there. We do, weekly meetings. We do a lot of activities just to make sure that, we put smiles on people's face, just to make sure that in our own little way, we do the little we can, and that is part of what we do. In addition to that, in another way, we try to come to connect with the community where we are, is we're equally involved in, ministering to people, on the street. Like I said, the idea of the gospel is not for you to stay within the four walls of the church. It's basically, to take the good news out there. And that is the philosophy that drives us. We really want to be there. We really want to connect with people, and people on the street. We collaborate with, people, other organizations that are well established. We create that link with people who could be of assistance, with, organizations that could be of assistance to people who are going through things, homeless people on the street. How do we, impact them? How do we get them impacted? That is part of the thing we do. So we try to create a link between them and other organizations who will be able to support them and give them the kind of support system that they need to rehabilitate them back into, the society. And one of the one of the key collaborations we have is with God's dwelling place, House of God's dwelling place. I mean, the KSSB program that is under the leadership of Dr. Sandra Singleton is a great platform by which we also, the collaboration with them, we believe we'll be able to do even more, being able to reach people even more. And part of the things we do, and in addition to all ministering to the people on the street, one of the things we also do rehabilitation centers. We also, visit with them to hold fellowship, to hold Bible study, to encourage them, and people who are going through, recovery. I mean, these are the people that, we try to connect with them. We try to, introduce the gospel of Jesus Christ in the most, simplest form, not complicated, nothing complicated, but just let them know the love of God. So in so many ways, we try, to create that platform within the community we are, to be able to, to bring the light of the gospel. That's the whole idea, to bring the light of God to wherever we are. If we don't, it's not, it doesn't have to be, we don't have to be everywhere, but where we are in our community, we want to be sure that, we're adding values to people around us, and we can bring, smile on somebody's, people's face. And that is what we do. And part of the things we also do as community care provider, is also, we do community, service, yeah. We sometimes, people in the church, we get them together, to go to the street, to sweep the street. That's part of the things we do, because we believe, wherever we find ourselves, we need to let people know. I mean, the way we can show people that Christ cares for them is to demonstrate by service and by showing love to the people around us. So that's part of the things we do. As little as that might look, we do that also, at least to let people know within where we are, where our organization, where our churches are, where we live, just to let them know that we love them, and we want them to keep, we want them to live in a good environment. These are the things we do. And it's been amazing. We've been doing this for the past 2-3 years. We've been doing this, in Kentucky, in Elizabethtown, in Rockcliffe, in, within Adin County, we've been doing this, and it's been good. And one of the things again we do, for the children, I mean, the youth and, the teenagers ministry, we're trying, to also, we have connection, we have collaboration and partnership with organizations like CEF. CEF is Child Evangelism Fellowship. We connect with them, and we my wife, for example, who is also a pastor, is a certified teacher, a child evangelist, and is able to network with all these, ministry that reach out to, to youth, to singles, to, to children, to teenagers. And that is part of the collaboration we do with Dr. Sandra Singleton under the KSSB program, the Kingdom Shakers, the Kingdom Seekers, Shakers, and movers, they are part of the things that we intend, to do, to be able to reach the young ones. I usually say this: the future of the church or the future of the nation are the children, are the youth. So we've got to do something deliberate. We've got to be intentional about, reaching out to these young ones, we need to reach out to them in the most, in the most simplest way we could, and be able to reach them, and be able to bridge the gap, and be able to mentor young ones, and be able to mentor them, and be able to guide them well, and be able to challenge them, to want to do amazing things even in the future. A lot of things are happening out there, and we also recognize that for our children, for our society to be what we will be proud to see in the years to come. Our children, we need to do something deliberate. We need to do something intentional, about giving them, the kind of value that we know is going to sustain them. So this is part of what we do. We collaborate, like I said, under the KSSB, which is under the leadership of Dr. Sandra Singleton. The Kingdom Seekers, Shakers, and Builders is an amazing platform. And I mean, currently we operate, in Louisville, and I'm sure by the time the program grows bigger and bigger, it's going to go to places, and we'll be able to, these are part of the partnership I talk about. And because I believe that we can't do all the things we want to do, we cannot do it alone. Even Jesus Christ, when he was here in the flesh, he didn't attempt to do everything by himself. He gathered people together, he networked with people, he worked with people. So that's our philosophy. We want to work with, people that we know that have the same mindset, they have the same goal, they have the same vision. And when we work together, we will be able to, to do all that we need to do for Jesus, and we'll be able to change our society and make our society a better place. These are all we do. And, also as a missionary pastor, I'm a church planter. We plant churches. And the idea, like I told you, our philosophy is this. We're not just waiting for people to come to the four walls of the church. The idea is to, wherever they are, wherever we find them, the idea is to take the church to them, to take the gospel to them. Yeah, they will have a place to gather, and to disciple them. Yeah, but that's not the first thing. The first thing is to take the love of Christ to people wherever they are. And that's what we live for. That's what we pursue. That is what, that's what we do. And we're looking also for more collaboration. We collaborate with churches in our communities. We collaborate with other ministers. We collaborate with not-for-profit organizations, food banks, and all of those, just to be able to link people with the kind of support that they might require, to turn out to be a better person in the society. And that is what we believe. And we believe that, all of this work, everything connects in one way or the other. Everything connects together because it's all about people. It's all about lives, whether old, whether young, whether, wherever they are, wherever they are, it's all about people. And the idea is to connect, to be able to deliver more value, the light of Christ, to take it to people wherever they are. So we are happy to collaborate. We're happy to connect with people. We're happy to connect with organizations with the same vision. So that the other time I was talking to, we were trying to do something. We've had a couple of visits to the prisons, for visitation. But then, we're also looking for collaboration so that we'll be able to, go. Like I said, the idea is not just to see that. The idea is to take the church, to take the gospel, to take the light, to take the message of love to people wherever they are. And on top of that, I'm also, a certified, autonomous chaplain. I'm a chaplain, I'm a certified chaplain. And, given my training as a certified chaplain, it's all about compassion. It's all about, giving. It's all about serving the community. It's all about serving the people. It's all about, people that are vulnerable, that are in victims of war, victims of accidents, victim of, disasters and things like that, and natural disasters and things like that. So that's part of the things we do. And my training as a chaplain, that background helps me a lot to be able, to coordinate the activities. So I appreciate you for giving, time to speak with you. I hope to connect with you more. Thank you.